Welcome back to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for staying with us. Well, Ace High School in Reno has been teaching students building and technology trades for more than 13 years. And this year, the charter school has added a program that embraces a big trend on a very small scale. Lee Boudreau and Tony Clark from Ace High School are here to tell us all about it. Thank you both so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Now, this tiny house movement is so interesting. They're fully functional houses, but they're almost inconceivably small. Tell me how it came to be that Ace is piloting this.
Well, it's kind of interesting. First of all, what a crazy movement, right? I mean, people are obsessed. We've built 8 single-family homes over our 13-year course, and we had some land issues this last year. So our governing board was kind of brainstorming about an alternative project because we're first and foremost an educational institution. And they said, what about tiny houses? So we started investigating, and we thought this is something we can do, and it would be a great educational project because it encompasses everything that we did before with actually some added bonuses that Tony will talk about. But we're really excited about it.
Yeah, oh, it's so funny. I think it's hilarious that, you know, this is now the trend going from the kind of American standard of the bigger house, the better, down to now they're trying to like cram everything into these tiny little spaces, but they're amazingly efficient. Okay, so Tony, I want to hear about what it takes to build one of these things.
The plans. Let's start with the plans. The plans are basically just a shell. It's up to us. It's up to the builder to design the interiors, and that's really where the kids came into the problem-solving issue.
Because you guys contract with another company that
we acquired the plans.
Okay.
We acquired the plans, and I attended a workshop that basically gave you some suggestions on what you should do with interiors and things like that, and how you should design your cabinets and stuff. But everything else is just, here you go, here's your plans, build the shell, and then you design the interior. And I think the kids did a great job.
So how long does it take to, I mean, we're still looking at video right now of the program, but how long does it take to build one of these things?
We have been working on these for a year and 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And that's with, you know, the summer breaks and the winter break and things like that. Typically, the turnkey outfits that you can buy a tiny house built to your specifications or whatever, they take about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
To put together.
And how many people can fit in one of these?
Well, my largest class is 15 students, and typically we have, I'd say, about 5 to 6 students working outside the buildings. The rest are inside the buildings.
Oh,
but we're
wow.
building 3, so we can spread them out pretty good, and everybody's cooking right along.
So how many bedrooms, bathrooms, rooms?
Rooms, well, 1 room. There's a bathroom, a detached bathroom, not a detached bathroom, but a separated bathroom with an interior door, a lockable interior door. The kitchen area is just outside the bathroom. The great room takes up the whole front half of the trailer, and then or the tiny house, and the sleeping loft is pretty good size. It's 9 feet by 7 feet. So
we're talking, you know, maybe 1 to 2 people could live here if they were
comfortable
sharing a bed.
Yeah. When I attended the workshop down in Sonoma, there was mainly all couples down there looking to build their own tiny house. So it was something that.
Yeah, this is a big thing, and you guys are selling them. Have you had any interest in purchasing the ones you built?
We actually have. You know, we've had several open houses, and we have another one coming up May 30th. And so we have a whole movement of people that keep coming and checking them out over and over again. And it really ranges from what you see in the movement. Young people who are really interested in living debt-free, minimalists. They like the outside more than the inside. So they just need kind of the essentials, and a tiny house provides that. And then we have older people who are looking at, you know, I've got this land that I've invested in, I'm ready to retire. I want to put a tiny house out in the middle of this forest property or desert property and use it kind of as a vacation home. And then we have a ranching family out of Smith Valley that's looking at purchasing a couple for the ranch hands. And you know, it's really diverse. It's quite an interesting group of people that come through. We get almost as many people for the tiny houses as we do for the school coming through on these tours on Saturdays that we do.
Oh, wow. So how much does it cost to buy one?
Each tiny house has about $30,000 of materials in it. And I think that's something some people don't think about, and that's what we're running into. A lot of people are interested. A lot of people aren't interested in maybe paying money for them. The tiny house that we're building, and we have 3 of them, we're modeling after a tumbleweed tiny house company that worked with us. and they sell that completed version between $55,000 and $60,000. Our governing board priced at about $39,500, and that's kind of our asking price. Being a public school, and we also received some funding from the Nevada Commission on Construction Education. We're really looking at, people to come in and make an offer, and we have to consider all of them. And then the idea is to make a little bit of money to put back into the program for next year.
And all things considered, though, that's not that much money. I mean, I think the median house price in Nevada is in the $250,000 range. So I mean, really, if you don't need that much space and you want to go ahead and plop it anywhere, because it can go anywhere, right?
I think there are some zoning issues probably within city limits that you'd have to deal with, and I think it depends on where you're at within the city. I've heard that. We haven't run into that very often, but they are portable, so you can move them. But they're not designed to be a travel trailer. We tell people that all the time. They're not really designed for you to pick up and, travel across America in. They're really designed to be moved to a spot and kind of stay there, maybe move to another spot. But the idea is that, it's minimalist living, but it's really luxurious on the inside. I mean, they're very beautiful, lots of detailed work.
And what's really special about Ace High School, I've been there and seen, the programs myself. These kids are so hands-on. They're learning real skills that are marketable, especially right now with the shortage in construction workers we have and builders in this area. Tell me about some of the specific things kids are learning through this project.
Electrical, different systems, different voltages in electrical, plumbing, and tying in that kind of travel trailer motorhome knowledge in there as well, because I mean, a tiny house, maybe you don't visit your tiny house in the wintertime or something like that. You want to winterize it. You want low side drains for your plumbing so you can drain the water out. Definitely some pretty detailed, like Lee was saying, some pretty detailed interior work. There's a lot of problem solving that goes on every day. They're learning interior finish, flooring, cabinets. We design the cabinets. With my help and one of our CAD students from last year, they basically drafted the cabinets, and then we sent them over to the manufacturer and had them build our cabinets from the start to the finish, basically. Bare trailer all the way up to finishing the roofing, and
they must really feel an amazing sense of pride and accomplishment when they get this stuff done. I think the best thing I ever built in high school was like a model with toothpicks, probably. So this is really kind of impressive.
Absolutely.
Kids, when I was that age, it was all about building forts and seeing what kind of amenities you can put inside your fort. I always brought my little TV inside of there, and you bring your radio inside of there and stuff. And one of the kids said, "This is the coolest thing ever. We're building forts on steroids." And I was like, that's pretty accurate.
So when they graduate, how many skills will they have in terms of what they need? How much more training will they need in order to go out in the working world and get a job in building, construction, engineering, this sort of thing?
Very little.
Well,
very little.
And it actually varies by student, as you can imagine. Some kids have been in the program for 3 years. Some people have been in the program for 1 year. We also go above and beyond. The kids get their OSHA training, which Nevada Associated General Contractors provides for us. So they can do a lot of things, and that's the idea, is that we have options for them. They earn community college credit for the construction management program at TMCC, so they can go that route if they want. If they really want to go into project management and engineering, they can continue that education. Or they can go into an apprenticeship program, and they usually get some kind of hours credited towards their service based being on Ace High School, because we partner with those industry people, and they know what kind of program we have. And right now, with construction coming back, we have kids going right to work. So it really depends on the student and really where their passion is and what their level of ability, out there and go get them type skill. It's really exciting. Right now, our phone rings every day for job offers, and I think we have more offers than we have students graduating this year in that program. And that's a great thing to see, our economy bouncing back and these wonderful careers and these wonderful companies putting people back to work.
That's really amazing. Are you accepting more students, or have you hit your cap?
No, actually, we are accepting students for next year, and we do have openings in all the program areas right now, and you just have to apply. You can actually see on our website how to do that. We're a charter school, so we're a public school. We accept students on a first-come, first-served basis, so it's not about selecting the cream of the crop or anything else. You just have to desire to come there and learn. And, you know, we have 5 programs to choose from, and our advanced building trades program is one of them.
And, you know, something I think people don't realize about charter schools is that since they are public, they don't have tuition. You can attend
Right.
it just like you attend any other public school.
Exactly, exactly. It's just a great place to be. You know, schools of choice are nice because your kids want to be there. And then when we add into the mix a project like the tiny house project, you know, it makes for a great environment because they love getting outside. They love working on that stuff. Some mornings they probably don't like going outside, but most times they really love that. And, you know, like you said, a lot of people, their best English paper is something you'll file away, right, in your memory drawer. But, you know, kids will say that, see that tiny house, or say I built that, or drive down the street where we have 8 single family homes and said, that's what I did in high school. Pretty cool thing.
Yeah, no, I was looking at it and I saw that part of the program also teaches them some newer technologies, sustainable technologies. Can we talk about that a little bit? And
Absolutely.
what they're
Tony's
learning?
really, he's got a degree in that, so.
Yeah, it kind of ties really good with the tiny houses because we're talking about minimalist. We're talking about smaller footprints. We're talking about, you know, reducing your waste and your energy consumption, and that really ties in well. Some of the kids have come up with some ideas as far as solar PV, and you know, they're coming up with like an awning or something like that that would hinge off of that. So when you park your tiny house, you can roll out your awning to what I've taught them is 39.5 degrees or so that so it matches our latitude, and you get the most soak out of the sun on your solar panels, and recharge your batteries, and you can live off grid. And
That's really
yeah.
great stuff. Okay, well, we're about out of time. Thank you guys both so much for coming. But for more information on enrolling at Ace High School, learning more about the Tiny House Project, or anything about that, just head to KTVN.com. We do have a link for you on the News Links button. Thank you both so much.
Thank you, Ariana.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
That is it for this episode of Face the State. But for more information or to see past episodes, once again, just head to our website, KTVN.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week.